Okay, good evening, everyone. It's 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 o'clock East Coast. I want to thank everyone and welcome everyone to our new week social call. My name is Clay Sampson. I want to thank you so much for joining me tonight. I see many people on our team and some new members on the chat. I appreciate everyone being here. Thank you so much. Tonight's meeting will be very direct, straight to the point. If you can do me a favor, let's kind of look over what's on the screen right now. A little bit of a warning that this webinar may make a few of you feel very uncomfortable. Please do me a favor. This is not, I know human nature is narcissistic, but let's kind of put that out the window tonight because I just want to have a conversation with everyone. The great part about what we're doing tonight is I'm not selling you anything. I'm not going to ask you to buy a product. I'm not going to ask you to do anything like that. I'm just strictly going to have a conversation with you. I'm not going to tell you or bring a guest speaker on to tell you how many millions of dollars they make and how many Lamborghinis and homes and private jets they have, because all of that stuff really doesn't matter. I want to have a serious conversation with you guys. I'm going to have this serious conversation with everyone every Tuesday, every Thursday, and every Sunday. And I will continue this serious conversation until I feel our team and our group has made a massive dent in something that's going on in the world right now. And what I feel that to be is I think there's a lot of issues with people putting themselves in a position to have a comfortable life when they decide to retire, if they ever retire. So please don't be shy. I may be calling on some of you. If you can unmute your phone and you feel that you want to share with us, again, no one's here to judge you. I'm not going to judge you. It is what it is. Just be honest, open, and direct with us, and let's see if we can help some people and change people's lives. To me, it's all about paying it forward. To me, it's all about where much is given, much is expected, and I've been given a lot in my life, and now my turn is to give back, and that's why I'm doing this meeting. So again, thank you very much. My name is Clay Sampson. Let's go ahead and get started. So
Hallelujah, brother.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Wade. So I have a briefcase, and in my briefcase, I have $1 million cash, and I'm willing to give it to anyone that's willing to jump out of an airplane without a parachute. Now, I've asked that question many, many times. I've been asking that question since 2003. And the reason why I ask that question is most people, when I ask it, say, I'm not going to do it because I'm going to die. Or if I'm over water, maybe I'll do it. Well, I never said the airplane was in the air. In fact, if you took an inventory of most airplanes, most of them are on the ground. The majority of them are on the ground. Yeah, there are a few flying, but most of them are on the ground. But what people do is they jump to conclusions. Hopefully tonight, you guys could put some of your conclusion jumping aside just for 30 minutes and just listen to the information I'm going to give you. If it makes sense, make a decision. If it doesn't make sense, no one's going to bug you. No one's going to give you a hard time. Just do what makes sense to you. You have this gut feeling in your heart, in your mind, in your soul. Just listen. I owe you two things: an opportunity and proof that it works, and you get to make whatever decision. Let me pause everybody there. And I'm not sure who's drawing on our thing there. Let me clear that out. Sorry, you guys. Bear with me 1 second. Someone's playing with there we go. Okay. I owe you two things: an opportunity and proof that it works. Just make a decision for yourself. So I'm going to get myself off camera right now so I can share the information. Not only I believe documentation beats conversation. So right after I show you this, I'm going to show you some documentation. And please, ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor. Let's help the group. Let's help everyone. I know this is my first time paying it forward to some of you that's a guest on here, but let's pay it forward to everyone. Please raise your hand, unmute yourself when I ask some of these questions. It's really important because this meeting only works if everybody's honest, open, and brutal, like I'm going to be. Okay? Thank you, guys. Here we go. So this is life. I'm sure we all agree. This is actually life. You're born at some point in time. I'm not sure. Don't unmute yourself yet until I ask a question, okay? So we're born, we're little babies, then we go into the workforce. And someday our hope, our dreams, our goal, our aspirations is to retire. And that's our goal. And that's our goal. I mean, we're hoping that happens. This is life. This is our full picture of where we stand. So from babies to working to retirement, okay? So want to talk about a few things. I want to talk about what is your current plan? In your mind, what do you have set up? Are you thinking that way right now? I'm not sure what your age group is. Sometimes when you're in your 20s and 30s, no one's thinking that. When you hit 40s, 50s, 60s, then you start thinking. Well, there's something called compounding. And if you don't do the right things, chances are you may not make it to it. So I'm just talking about reality. So, what is your current plan? How much do you have put away for this day? We showed that picture of retirement. How much do you have put away? How close are you to $10 million put away? I don't know how many people may say, well, Clayton, I don't need that much money. We'll talk about that in a minute. How close are you to 10 million hard liquid cash put away or investments or whatever you have put away? I don't know the answer to that question. Only you know this. What will be your ongoing income? If you have 10 million, I know what the income will be on that roughly. What is your ongoing income when you decide that you're going to make a decision that you're done? A friend of mine today was kind of joking with me. He says, "You know what, Clayton? I'm really going to get into it. I've heard you talk. I got to make a decision because here's my thought. If I don't do something, they'll be coming to pick me up. I'm going to work till lunch, and then the coroner can pick me up by dinner time because I'm going to be working till I die. And that's really a sad situation. I don't want anyone to be in that situation. Okay. So, what are you currently earning right now with whatever you have put away to what's this goal that we have at the end? What plan have you put in place? Do you have a plan put in place? I'm just asking you questions. And as I talk, you know, every single person on this call, there's what, 40 something, well, 35 of us on here right now. You know what your plan is. If you don't have a plan, I understand if you don't have a plan. That's okay also. So I want to talk about two different plans I think some people have. Here's plan number one, and this is like overly um, this is really big, and most people don't get the situation. But I want to. It's exaggerated quite a bit. What would you pick? $10,000 a day for 30 days, or would you pick a penny a day, double for 30 days? Let's talk about the first question. Question number 7. I know some people don't have $10,000 a day that you're making. Let's say I don't know what your situation is. Let's say you make $5,000 a month, $7,000 a month, whatever you have a month. I don't know what your situation is, and you have 60% going out in bills, and you squeak away $2,000 every single month, and that's what you have left over until the car breaks or something happens. Well, how much cash and how much of that $2,000 a month are you going to have to put away for how many years for it to equal something? Think about that for a minute. If you're putting away $2,000, $5,000, $3,000, and you put away $2,000 a month, and you've been putting that away for the last 3 years, which most people can't, that's $72,000 in the bank. I guarantee you most people are not putting away $72,000. And it just sits there and you're getting like 0.25% or 0.5%. Would that get you to that $10 million? I don't think it will. Okay. Now, a penny double a day, most people say that's not a lot, but a penny double a day is about $5.3 million. You guys may be saying, I don't know where he's going with this, but please follow me for a minute. A penny double a day starts off very slow. Look at day number 1. Look at day number 10. It's only $5.12. Look at halfway through, it's only $163. Halfway through the goal, it's only $163. Add another 10 days to that, it's only $5,200. But when it gets to 27, 28 days, 29 days, that's where the power comes from, okay? So that's called compounding. Now, I'm going to be telling you about something that's going to help you with that retirement thing, about that $10 million we're going to talk about. But I want you to think about a few things first. I'm going to talk about an automobile. I'm going to talk about electricity. I'm going to talk about the internet. And I'm going to talk about the stock market briefly. How many people know exactly the blueprints of all these 4 industries? How do they work? How does the automobile work? Most of you used one today. Does it really matter how it works, or does it matter it got you from point A to point B? Electricity, you used it in the last 24 hours. Does it matter how it works, or did it matter that the lights worked last night? Or you used it to fire up your computer, or you watched television, or whatever you did? Which matters most? How it works or the benefit of it? The internet. Some of you used it today on your cell phone. I mean, the cell phone we have now, an iPhone is more powerful than the first computer to put the astronauts on the moon the first time. I mean, things have changed so much. Do you understand how it really works, or are you just looking for the benefit? The stock market. Do you know how it works, or are you just looking for the benefit? I think most people, if you took 99% of all people, don't understand this scenario. However, they sure like the benefits of it. That's what I want you to think about tonight because I'm going to talk about some benefits and I'm going to show you a product that will show you benefits and then you can make a decision. So let's talk about math. Here is the math about the average person. I started the presentation by showing you three pictures: babies, middle adults, retired adults. How hard does the average person, or how hard are you currently working right now to put yourself in a position that you can walk away and enjoy the twilight years of your life, whether those twilight years could be in your 30s, in your 40s, in your 50s? Now, traditionally, we all are taught to go to school, get a great job, and hopefully we retire one day and then we get retirement and so forth. Well, those days are going away because first it used to be dad working, mom stays home. Now it's mom and dad working. Now it's mom and dad and the kids working. Now it's mom and dad and the kids and the dog and the parakeet and the fish working just because of how things are in life. So how close are you after working 30 years? You have $10 million put away. If you can get 8% return on that $10 million, which I think is an outrageous amount of money because most people can't get 8%. I spoke to a financial advisor a few days ago. I've known him for about 15 years. I said, let me ask you a question. What is your, he has 20 million under management. I said, what return is your top customer getting right now? He goes, well, and usually when they say, well, I'm looking forward to the answer. So he says, well, it's 5 months in the year. My top guy's getting about 7%. I'm like, oh, interesting. So I just added one to that. I made it 8%. So if you have 10 million liquid right now, at 8%, that's about $65,000 a month. Wonderful. If you do that, great. Look, if you are in that position on this phone right now, listening to me right now, I applaud you. I think this is great. You can retire right now, go live a wonderful life, paid for, do everything you need to do. I don't know how many people have $10 million. In fact, I told you don't be shy. If you want to hit the little hand raise and raise your hand when I ask you how much you have in the bank, just put your hand up. So raise your hand on here, or you can say I do. That'll be great. So how many people have 10 million to get $65,000 a month? How many people have 5 million put away liquid right now? $5 million put away liquid, so you can make $33,000 a month and live the rest of your life debt-free, whatever you're doing, enjoying your twilight life, traveling, golfing, boating, whatever you want to do. I don't see very many hands going up. How many of you, who hates that I will have 10 million, great. How many of you have 1 million put away? Liquid, hard cash. Now, that's getting a little bit more reasonable, but I will tell you right now, here's the stats of the United States. The average person between age 45 and 55 years old has $5,000 put away in savings. $5,000. So let's see what that will be at 8%. So $5,000 times 8% return is $400 a year divided by 12 months. So you're heading for $33.33 a month retirement income. Good luck with that. I don't know how that's going to work for you. So that's really the reality. I don't see any hands raised, so I think I'm in the right place. I'm in the right meeting because no one in this group has $1 million liquid put away. Now, that's the bad news, and some of you are feeling bad. Now, let me give you the good news. What if I told you, if you worked hard, instead of working hard for 30 years and not having 10 million, working hard for 30 years and not having 5 million, working hard for 30 years and not having $1 million, what if I ask you if you can put in some effort and work really hard for the next 3 years with possibly just about $1,000? And I'm going to show you the 1,000. Some of you may only have 200. Some of you may have 5,000. Some of you may have 10,000. I don't know what you have. But I wanted to give like an amount that really just won't hurt anybody. $1,000 is really not going to hurt you. Okay? So at $1,000, would you put in $1,000 in 3 years worth of hard work to make $65,000 a month? That is the magical question. I think that's a no-brainer because if I go back to the first one, the last slide, 30 years, 10 million, 5 million, 1 million, which nobody has, or Our next slide, 3 years and 1 million. Well, Clayton, I don't know what you're talking about. How is that even possible? I understand. I get it. Here's what happens. When you become part of something, an industry that disrupts the world, some great things happen. And I'm going to talk to you tonight about an industry that is disrupting the world. And the ones that get involved will do very well. And it seems a little bit unrealistic. And I understand there's no guarantees to what we're doing. I'm just going to show you what I'm doing because I'm not a financial advisor. I don't work with the SEC. I don't have a portfolio for you to do. But what I've done is I'm going to show you what I've done because I'm going to show you proof of it. And you get to make a decision. But I'm telling you right now, if you follow what I'm showing you, you can put whatever number. I'm going to ask for a couple volunteers tonight that's going to give me a number, and we're going to come out with an end result. Because, ladies and gentlemen, if we don't start taking what's going on in our lives seriously, we're going to have a problem. And look, no disrespect to anyone, but I'm taking care of my wife and I are taking care of my mom right now. We're taking care of her mom and her dad right now because no one sat them down and gave them this plan. And that's really sad because I hope your plan is, I hope my kids are going to take care of me because that's not the plan you need. So here's what I'm going to talk to you about. I'm going to talk to you about making money. I'm going to show you how to use that money to make more money. And we're going to repeat the process. It's going to be that simple. And I'm going to show you this in a disruptive industry that's very disruptive right now. It's disrupting the whole world. It's called blockchain. I know you don't understand what it means. Some of you don't. I'll show you where to go get some information. But blockchain is disrupting a lot of markets, a lot of industries. It started by being used for something called Bitcoin. Some of you know what that is. Multiple coins, cryptocurrency, and it disrupted that whole industry, set up a major industry that made a ton of people a lot of money. And now that has been running for several years, only got popular in the last couple of years. People made millions and millions of dollars. Other industries are going, wait a minute, can I use that technology for what I'm doing? And this is what I'm here to show you guys tonight. So I'm going to show you how we're going to use a company called Nui Social, which has a very, very, very small goal, because I think this could be a lot bigger than what people say, a very small goal to have 1 million people earning $500 a month, which I think we can add a few zeros to that, and 10,000 people becoming millionaires. The reason why they're probably only saying 1 million earning $500 a month, because most people don't want to pay attention. Most people think the airplane's in the air. And when you think wrong information, you don't act. And when you don't act, you lose opportunities. And I'm going to prove that to you tonight at the very end of our meeting. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that, okay? So this is our company. It's called Nui Social. What I enjoy about the company is this is their corporate office in Utah. The whole top floor, the 5th floor, is their offices. There's a few things in our company that will give you multiple income streams, but I'm going to show you how to get to $65,000 a month with just one of the income stream. So if you fell short on some of the goals I give you, you can pop into Core, you can pop into Kala. Those are great income streams that's coming down the pipe, but I want to keep you focused and give you how do you eat an elephant? One little bite at a time. And this is a humongous elephant. And I want to take it slow. Core is amazing. Mintage is where I want to spend the time on. Kala is absolutely amazing, probably the biggest thing that we have. And Jones Day that you see to the left is our attorney firm, which keeps us compliant and keeps us in business so you can live the dreams and you can have the retirement that you want. And that's really the bottom line for that, okay? So that is my presentation. Now I want to start the proof portion of my presentation, because documentation beats conversation. So I'm going to need some help from some of the audience while we talk this through a little bit. So I want to make sure everybody's on the same page, and I want to get you guys this going. So let me start off with, the results section. Now, I mentioned to you guys that we have a system where we can earn anywhere from 1.5% to 5.5% of what you put in, okay? So here's my scenario. This is my actual account. My first payout was February 8th, 2018. It has absolutely spiked in the last 16 weeks, okay? So that's what it spiked to. That's how it shows. That's my earnings. Here's the plus. Here's the company. The company has paid out anywhere from the highest has been 5.45%, and the lowest has been 1.362%. Now, I understand those numbers sound, they're okay. Well, they're a lot of 1.3%. Think about 1.3% of whatever you put in, 1.3% times 1.3% times 52 weeks is 67% return. You start getting 67% return, you have a chance of retirement. You have a chance of changing whatever structure, because I asked you guys earlier, how many of you have a plan? Well, if you don't have a plan, I'm going to give you the plan now, and you get to decide what you want to do. So that's how this process works. It's very simple. This is very transparent. It shows you what's going on, how it works. So let me show you my wallet now. So this is my wallet. So in my wallet, I want to show you how the whole thing's set up, how the deposit started. So I started, and I want to prove this to you guys. So I'm not going to play games with you. I'm very transparent. I made one deposit. Ladies and gentlemen, I made one deposit on 127-208, 11:58 and 40 seconds. I deposited this much Bitcoin into my wallet for the company. Let me show you what that meant. So I'm going to put that amount in here. The equivalence of it today is $718.56 and 36 cents. Well, when January 27th, that equivalent was $1,131. So if I strictly just stayed in the Bitcoin business instead of the mining of Bitcoin and multiple coins, I would have lost about $400, okay? Which is okay. Some people win, some people lose. I'm going to put you in a path for you never to lose. I made a post on Facebook last night, and I saw all our members share the post, repost it. I thought it was great. It said simply, Bitcoin dropped $3,000 in the last couple of weeks, and every one of our members, not one of our members lost a dime. Everybody got paid 4 times since then. I mean, that's how it works. It's very simple, and I'm going to prove this to you, okay? So this is my $718 that I put in. However, it wasn't $718, it was $1,131, but I already bought it, so I don't have to go for that swing. And then I want to show you, that's my deposit, and here are my purchases. So this was my first purchase. I just proved that to you. And then these are my purchases that I compound every week, and I put the money back into the system. So you may say, Clayton, I'm not sure what you're talking about. How does it actually work? I'm going to show you the proof in a minute. Just bear with me. These are all my purchases. Every single week, you will see me take amount of Bitcoin that I'm paid, and I purchase. So let's see, like that week, let's see how much Bitcoin that was. That was a whopping $78, not a lot of money. That was back in March 1st. By March 22nd, let's see how much I'm putting in. March 22nd, let's see how much I'm putting away for my retirement. Up $110, not a lot of money. How are you going to retire in 110? By the time we get to April 26th, let's see how much I'm putting in. April 26th, I'm putting in $201. Ladies and gentlemen, do you see a pattern? I hope you see a pattern, because let me go back to my first week. That was over $200, okay? Here's a pattern. Let me show what the first week looked like. This is the penny doubling. It was $43. Now I'm up to over $200. So what is my last deposit? Was today, right here. This was my last purchase. So this was my last purchase. Whoops. I think hold on. I hit the wrong button. Hold on. My last purchase on the 24th. Hold on. Should be 227 or something. There we go. $221. Okay. Now, look at these purchases, and I want you to pay very close attention to something. This is how much Bitcoin is today. I'm going to show you an account that almost has $16,000 in it. I'm not going to ask you to be a mathematician, but if I have $16,000 in the account, that's a little bit over 2-point-something Bitcoin. Do you see anything in this range that looks anything remotely close to 2.0? Nothing looks remotely close. We're not even in the point number yet. We're in a 0.02 number. I'm nowhere close to 2.0. but here is my number. So let me show you where I am today, and I'm going to show you why you need to use the system to take care of your life. And hopefully, I'm going to open it up for questions, so you guys can ask me any questions you want. Here's where I stand today. Over 2.5 Bitcoin, okay? 15.8 starting from 1,000, because what I'm doing is I'm referring, I'm helping, I'm telling people I'm paying it forward. So let me show you the math. So here's how this works. Very simple. Here's my 1131. We're 16 weeks in. And if with my 16 weeks in, I should have 15,681. So I'm a little bit ahead of pace. I'm at 15.8, a little bit ahead. I continue compounding every week. You remember I said they were small, compounding every week. If I continue this for 3 years, this is my 3-year plan I just told you about, I will have $1,042,380.64 worth of hashtag units. The day that happens, I will stop and I'll say, okay, it's time to retire. It's time to live my life. So if I get 2% return, which I showed you the returns before, I will be getting $20,000 a week. I do not need $20,000 a week. So what I'm going to do is very simple. I'm going to make sure that my children, their children, which they don't have any yet, and their children are taken care of. And I'm going to tell you why I believe blockchain will be around so long to continue doing that. Here's the math. I get $20,000 a week. $20,000 a week I can live on. Not a problem. Okay. The next $20,000 for the second week goes to tithing, goes to helping people, because my wife loves doing that. The third $20,000 can go to play. I'm an avid boater. I love boating. It's an expensive sport. It is what it is. So that's our travel money. That's our plane money. And the fourth week money goes right back into a contract. Now, if I was putting $20, $23, $100, $200 weekly into this, and it gave me this type of return, I wonder what $20,000 a week will give me in returns. I wonder what that would look like. So let me just put what's going to happen later on in life. I put in $20,000. Okay. I continue with the same scenario, and the number, hold on, let me make sure I do this right. In fact, it's not even calculating because it's too big of a number. Hold on. Okay, so $20,000 back in will continue my spread. Will continue me doing I'm sorry. That's $20,000 in once. Then I have to put $20,000 a week because I'm putting that back in. So let me show you what that would look like. Ladies and gentlemen, I will go from my 3rd year retirement to $107,000 a week. So I don't need $107,000 a week. So what would I do? I use the $107,000 to do whatever I want to, and maybe I'll take the next 3 weeks and put those in. So if I put those in and this continues rolling, let's go with $300,000 put in here. Whoops, 300,000. Make sure I do the right number. And we're putting in an extra $300,000 a week. This number just goes into the millions. So I don't want to freak you guys out too much, but that's the retirement plan. That's how simple, that's how easy this is. Okay. So I'm going to ask someone from the audience to give me their retirement plan. So someone please be brave. I'm going to do the numbers, but before I do that, and while someone's thinking to be brave, let me show you why I believe this is going to happen. Okay. So number one, if you don't understand what blockchain and Bitcoin is, please go to this website, newieeducate.info, and there's a 14-minute video you can click on right here. And this video will take you to what blockchain is, what Bitcoin is. It's a very short watch, 14 minutes. I highly recommend, if you see and you like what you see, please go to this video. It's 55 minutes long and watch it. It is worth your time. Trust me, it's worth your time, okay? We also have a Facebook page that I show you guys. Hold on. It kind of sticks sometimes. Oops. Hold on. Okay, we have hold on. I have to open it up again. 1 second. We have a Facebook page that you can go to, and it will show you everything that you need. It shows you our filing cabinet. It shows you everything that you need to learn. It shows you everything that you need. It's all on our Facebook page. So you can spend time there. You can watch is our welcome section. It breaks down all the opportunities we have, all the different income streams we have. So all the information that you have. We also have a system called Newey Connect, which helps you build your organization. Here's a gentleman that told me today, a few minutes ago, he can't wait to get started. The system texts him. This is the system doing all the texting. It does all the work for me. It makes my life really, really easy. We can talk about that. You don't need to go into that information right now, but we have the software that makes your life easier. As you build your team, you can do this passively and just make money, or you can do it massively and build a team. This system will help people build your team, keep them informed, text them, send them voicemails and everything else. It just makes your business effort so much easier. So now, why do I believe this is something that's going to be around for a long time? Well, I was born at night, not last night. And when I do my research, I look at things like a small little company called Google. Google now is working on their own blockchain. Gets my attention. Ford just won the patent for cryptocurrency, which is Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, all the different currencies, just got a patent for that. Cisco is working on their own blockchain. And by the way, all these articles were in 2018. Rockefeller is putting massive money into cryptocurrency and blockchain startups. Foxconn has developed and will be making their first blockchain smartphone, all again in 2018. Blockchains has grabbed the attention of investors. Big banks are investing heavily in blockchain and cryptocurrency, $364 billion. So ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't take a whole lot to get my attention because I think we're going to disrupt a market. Now, before I ask you someone to volunteer, let me close my portion with saying this. A lot of people heard about the name Bitcoin a few years ago. It came out about 9 years ago. Nobody believed it. In fact, let me show you the story. This guy didn't believe it. So what did he do? He bought a pizza with 10,000 Bitcoin. 10,000 Bitcoin. Bought this pizza because nobody believed in Bitcoin. Everybody thought it was a scam. Everybody thought it was never going to happen. Everybody thought it was a joke. So this guy had 10,000 Bitcoin, which it was less than a penny that he got it for. Its prices is $73 million. But here's the problem. When everybody hears all these type of stories, that's when everybody wants to jump in the bandwagon. Oh, this guy made $73 million. Oh, I better jump in. Ladies and gentlemen, the people that jump in soon before the market is completely disrupted, that's what makes the difference. So right now, I'm asking you to get into a market that is not fully disrupted yet. It's blockchain technology. We can make some serious advancement in our retirement by doing something before it becomes mainstream and everybody tries to jump in. You make sure you set yourself up and your family up before it becomes mainstream. That's why when you read all these articles and it says Google is working on its own blockchain, it didn't say you have it yet. Yes, Ford did get the patent. Doesn't mean it's out yet. Chris, everybody is working, communicating, getting ready. Ladies and gentlemen, in my situation, and I'll close with this, and I'll let anybody, I'd like to get a volunteer to help me with this. My thought is very simple. I put in $1,131. I have many people that believe in what we believe in, and they're jumping in. A lot of them are on this call right now. And I've been getting bonuses from those people, which they get the same thing. They get bonuses for telling people it's just like a job. So to me, I'd rather work this job instead of a 30-year job. I'm going to work this as a job for the next 3 years so I can take care of my grandchildren, their children, and so forth. So I do that, and I put myself in a better situation. What am I actually losing? I may lose $1,000 if this goes belly up, which I don't think it will. What is my risk factor for my gain factor? When you tell me that my gain factor is $20,000 a week for $1,000 or $5,000 or $10,000, ladies and gentlemen, I have to pay attention because what other choice do I have? How many people have the 10 million in the bank? How many people have the 5 million in the bank? How many people have the 1 million in the bank? So I'll let you go with that thought. I would like someone to please do me a favor and be honest and brutal with me and tell me where you stand and what is your plan and what you have. And let me see if your plan, I can put a plan into here and see if it will help you in 3 years. Does anybody want to volunteer? And then we'll close the meeting.
Okay,
Anybody?
Clay, I'll do it.
Okay. So what's your plan before you met Nui?
Oh God, before I met Nui, well, I had that other company. I put out way too much money in that other company, so that was a mistake. But that was my plan. And then I was just going to work, which I'm doing. I've been working in my own business for almost 30 years, and I would just keep going.
Do you have, I'm not going to ask you an exact number. Do you have $1 million put away?
Oh no.
Okay, so if you don't have $1 million put away, and $1 million at 8% return will get you $7,000 a month. If you don't have that put away, and you're living in California, how are you planning on retiring?
Right. Well, probably wouldn't, and I have Social Security, but not.
That's $1,400 a month. Now what?
That's it. Working until I just keep saving up money, and that's about it.
How much you gonna save to have a retirement? $7,000 a month. Are you gonna save it?
Not even. It wouldn't be even $1,000 a month that I'd be saving. So I'll be working for a really long time.
Okay, so let's talk about disrupted market. So let's say you can't even save $1,000 a month. Do you feel comfortable? How much can you come up with to get this started? Just give me a number.
So I started, and I put in $1,765 of my own money. That's what I got now.
$1,765. So let's just look at that.
$1,765 was actually, I have a couple of bonuses. So it's like maybe I put in $1,700. I put in let's say $1,700.
You put in $1,700. Yeah. Now, if I can get you to go to work, now I've been working pretty hard, and I understand that, and my working is getting me about $4,100 per month in bonuses. You just said you got bonuses. I'm not going to ask you to do what I do for $4,100. Look, maybe I'm superhuman. I don't know. Maybe I can do something. Can you do 10%? Can you do 10% of what I can do? 10%.
Yeah, I could do 10%.
10%. So let's take this $4,100 and make it $410. If you get bonuses of $410 a month, $410 a month for the next 3 years, this will put you at a retirement income at $2,734 a week. Would that make a difference?
Yes, it would. Absolutely.
Would you have to work the rest of your life now?
Nope.
Okay, that's $8,200. That's $8,200 a month if you take one of the weeks and put it back in. And you don't have to put any more cash in. $8,200 a month can make you stop working and you can live your life. Is that true or not?
It is. Now, what if we made the rate at 1.5%, since like that's what we got yesterday was like 1.4. So what if we dropped the 2% to 1.5?
To 1.5%?
Worst case scenario.
Yep.
Yeah, worst case scenario.
Worst case scenario will bring you to $4,400 a month. There's no way this is going to last at 1.5% for the next. So here's what you do. If it drops to 1.5%, then I want you to do 20% of what I can do. I want you $820. Now you're back up to 2,000. Many ways to skin a cat. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Which is easier to do? Bring your friends and family to listen to what I'm talking about, or go work in your own business for 30 years and not have a retirement plan.
Yep.
There you go. I think it's mic drop moment time. Okay, so let's open it up to any questions or comments anybody has. Please be real. You won't hurt my feelings. Tell me what you want, and you can be as hard or tough on me as you want. Let me turn off my screen, and I will open it up for anything anybody wants to ask. Anyone, you can raise your hand, or you can ask a question.
Hey, Clay.
Hi, Corey.
Hey, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Now, like in other companies, you were able to, I guess, let's see, how can I ask this?
Just be brutal and honest.
Is there a way you can? Is there a way you can change what percentage you get in your return in your back office, or no? Okay.
Nope. We have no idea what they're going to give us.
Okay.
But let me. Can I tell you a story about percentage?
Sure.
See, here's what Lucia just said to me. Lucia just said to me that let's drop it to 1.5%. Do you want to take a wild guess of what my percentage is? Let me share my screen again. Do you think I'm averaging 2%?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, let's just look. Documentation beats conversation. If I started at $1,000 and I now have $15,803, let's do some math. 1450. Let's just round it. $16,000. Let's take $1,100 off $1,600. Okay. If I take $1,100 off of $16,000, so 16,000 minus 1,100 is now a total of $14,900. If I divide that by 16 weeks, I'm making $931 a week. You follow that math?
Got it.
Is that good?
Yep.
Okay, so $931 a week, and I started with $1,000 is almost a 93% return on my money every single week. 93%.
Wow.
93%. A week, not a month, not a day, a week.
That's crazy.
That's your mic drop moment.
I don't know what else to tell people. Now, Lucia, I was having hers do hers about 15, 20%. This, ladies and gentlemen, I know you guys are thinking that I'm crazy, but when you do a 93% return, how in the world will I not get to this number? It's impossible for me not to get to this number. It's impossible. This is what I'm trying to explain to everybody how big this is. That's why it's so big, because right now I'm getting 93% of my money. 93%.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Anyone else? Is everybody up? Wade has his hand up. Go for it, Wade.
Okay, you know what, Clay? I just want to address the people that I really appreciate the numbers and all that. That's great. I want to talk to the people out there that maybe the numbers are a little bit overwhelming, and I get that. Okay, and I want to say that in order for you, if you're brand new on this call, okay, and you're kind of looking at this, you're going, "Wow, these are big numbers." Okay, you know what? Take a breath. The big thing you can do is whoever you've are with is talk to the person that brought you to here and take it step by step. Okay, the first thing you need is to make the decision to start. Okay, and build. Okay, like everybody has different goals and different whys and different reasons. I put a message for Clay. My goal is 200,000 mining units in 3 years. That's my goal. Okay. I know I have the same graphs. I can do the same numbers. I know what it's going to be. But in the same respect, this is the beauty about this opportunity and the advantage of you getting involved at your pace, at your level, at what you're going to do. So, because somebody that makes $500 extra a month, that might be their goal. But what we're all saying is that there is a absolutely advantage for you to do even more. And that is the trick. And Clay is saying, and we're all saying, we're not experts. We are showing you what's working for us. This is real people. We are real people, no different from anybody. We have different goals, different time. And I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to emphasize what Clay said. This is the time. Do you remember? It's like in the caveman days. They got fire. They got the wheel. They got electricity. We got internet. We've got blockchain. This is the time. Are you going to be a person who's going to sit there and watch it go by, where many people watch it? Or are you going to say, you know what? I'm going to start by paying my little bit right now, and I'm going to start and I'm going to move forward because I believe, and this is the time you do so. And that's all I got to say. And Clay, top shelf. That's all I got to say.
Thank you, Wade. And you know what? I love what Wade's saying because, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you some figures now. I know I showed you a lot. And the reason why I showed you the some figures too, because there's a lot of people hurting. We have to get we have a long place to go, not a whole bunch of years to do it. So I want to show you guys, first of all, after I devastate you with not having $10 million or $5 million or $1 million, I wanted to show you that it can happen. But let's talk about some other realities. Number one, to join our company, it's $125 to join. Now you may go, oh, that's why you guys got me on for my $125. No, that's not what we got you on. Because here's what we'll do. If you help us get 3 people, we'll give you a $125 back. You can start mining with as little as $25. Not 1,000, not 200, not 10,000, 25. Now, is $25 going to get you rich? No. But I'll tell you what, if you did start with $25 and you have the gift of gab, and you can just tell people to come listen to what we have to say, and you start building a lot of people, and your 2% starts kicking in. I know of one person right now that is several levels above me that started with like $30-something and now is in the 30,000 range. So I'm telling you guys, it don't matter how much you have. You just got, like Wade just said, you just got to make a decision to get started, because what is your alternative? What else are you going to do? Keep working for 30 years? Keep doing what Lucia said she's doing? Look, she's lived the American dream because at least she owns her own business, so she's not making someone else's dreams come true. But she didn't have an exit strategy. What exit strategy? I don't know any other one that will be what this is. Okay? Any other thoughts?
No, Clay, I did have an exit strategy, and that other company whose we won't name, I gave them a whole lot of my retirement money. So I'm recovering from that.
Right. Totally understand. And gentlemen, when you look at a company and you look at people like us or whatever, you have to check a few things like, who's your law firm? Jones Day, our #1 firm in the country. Are these people real? Do they have a corporate office? Have you met them? I've been to our corporate office 3 times. I'm supposed to be going again this week, but because of the holiday, I'll probably make it later on next week. Have you met the owners? Have you talked to them? Have you done certain things to put you in another level? You have to know, okay? So any other thoughts? I don't see any other hands.
I have a question.
Yes, hi.
This
How
is
are you?
Irene. I'm good.
Hi.
For the 10 in the pen, do we have time requirement when to reach that level?
No, you do not have time requirements for that. You just want to do it as soon as possible, because if you're under a big builder, you want to do that as quickly so you don't lose any opportunity of any free money. And I know some people may not know, that's brand new, what I mean by that, but this company is all about a go-giver. It's about helping everyone. So I'll try to explain it really, really quickly. But again, if you don't understand, you can either reach out to me or you can ask someone else. Very simple. The company only allows you to build 3 people in a matrix. So me, I can build 3 people underneath me. And my 4th person goes under the 3rd person. The 5th person goes under the 2nd person. The 6th person goes under the 1st person, and we go back and forth. Well, what's neat about that is if the 5 levels down, someone puts in 20 grand, everybody on that chain is 5 people, and she calls it 10 in a pen. So it brought 1 person, 2 person, 3 people, 4 people, 5 people. They all get compensated from that one transaction, so we can all grow together. And that's the beautiful part about our company. Okay, so you don't have a time limit. You want to get there as soon as possible. You don't have to be an overachiever like me, but I had it done in like 1 day.
Okay, I signed up with your New Connect.
Yes.
So I need to set it up. Is it difficult to set up?
It's not difficult to set up at all. Just follow the instruction on our page, and if you have any questions, I'll be glad to help you any way I can on Zoom. But just go to our to our Facebook page and watch the 9 videos. It's either 9 or 10 short videos of how to set it up, and I will be up all night tonight with the team's working right now as we speak. So I'll be up with them all night tonight, getting it all set up and get everything all ready to go. Okay.
Thank you.
Clay.
Yes.
I had a question about the spillover. So if somebody in the team that I'm on, for example, does something on the 5th level, and if I have 5 in the pen, then I get that 2%. But if they're on the 7th level and I'm not there at the 7th, I don't get that. Is that correct?
100% correct. That's why you want to get 10 in the pen as soon as you can.
I'm working on it.
I know you are, but you're doing better than you were doing 2 weeks ago.
You bet.
Hey, that's all you can do. Look, as long as we fall forward, And we're moving forward. That's all that matters. And I see you, okay?
Thank you.
Let's go Team Lucia.
That's right.
Thank you, Wade.
Okay. If we don't have anything else, you guys, I have another meeting starting in 10 minutes. I do a little pay it forward to some amazing young people that I'm really, truly enjoying mentoring them. And I kind of do that as a pay it forward for free. And they're going to be popping on this channel here within the next few minutes. And we have class for about an hour. But I do appreciate you guys so much. I thank you so much for listening to me. I know we changed up our meeting a little bit tonight after I posted. Please give me your comments. So you can go back to the old meeting or this meeting. I like your comments because we're all a team and we're all working together. Everyone's input is very important to me as we all grow together. Thank you so much for spending the evening with me. I really do appreciate you guys. You guys have a great night, okay? Take care,
Thank
everybody.
you, Clay.
Thank
Love you, brother.
Thanks.
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Clay?
Bye-bye.